This is XbotGO AI Cameraman. It has smart AI tracking on a 3-point gimbal. And besides that, I have the XbotGO, really quick, tripod. This is the tripod T1 XbotGO. And yes, when you pair them together, you have a beauty in your hands. So this is the user's manual. It's quite thick and nice. But first, look at this bag, like a velvety bag. Look at that. This is the mini tripod that comes with it, that you can put it on a table so it will track you. And then we have the charger itself, the USB-C charger, of course, like everything new. And besides that, we have a lanyard that you can connect to the remote. I'll show you the remote right now. It is right here. It has a flat battery on the bottom, and you can put the lanyard right here, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I successfully installed the lanyard. And now we have the star of the show, the XbotGO itself. And the build quality, oh yeah, this is high quality. And besides that, there's nothing else in the box, but the box is one of that molded, really beautiful. You have the instructions how to start it right here. But first, let me just show you this beauty right here. That's the logo on the back. Then just you unravel it. It's almost like a spring. You put it down, almost closes in a springy way. And there's like a notch there, so you can't miss it. As you see, these two have to go together. Look at that right there. Boom. So now it's all good. This is the charging port right there. Okay, so first things first. There's just a few things physically here that I want to show you. And one of them is, for example, when you open it, whether it's on this tripod that it comes with, the tiny one, or the big tripod here, you have to make sure that this part is facing you. This has to always be the case. And what else? In the back, make sure the tripod here, it should level itself, but if it's not level to this point that these two notches are next to each other, that means you are not, the tripod is not on level. Look what happens when I tip it just a little bit, you see? So you can use that as a measure of leveling your tripod or gimbal in this case. But that is one thing to keep in mind. That next thing is right here. It has to do with this part. So in here, for example, when you place your phone, whether Samsung or iPhone or Pixel like we're going to do with this one, make sure the camera is facing this side the arrow is on. Or if you don't see the arrow and the sticker just falls or something, there's a little notch right there. I'm not sure if you can see it. Yep, that notch right there. Make sure the camera always faces that way. So, but before we do any of that, we're gonna first download the app. And to do that is extremely easy. Just go to your either Google Play Store or Apple Play Store, however you're using, and search for XbotGO. And then you'll see this app right here, XbotGO. As you see, I already have it installed. And we're going to go ahead and put the phone there. Then I'm going to open the app itself. To put the phone is very easy. Just this part here is both spring-loaded, both sides, as you see. That's easy. And one thing before you do all that, make sure it's charged. And that's very easy. Just put the USB-C here and plug it into any 5-volt charger and let these 4 lights go from 25% to 100%. That's a good indication. And with that said, now let's throw the phone in. Make sure the Bluetooth is on. And to insert the phone, that is very easy. As I said, camera towards the notch here on the top. So as long as you place the camera towards that notch, well, I would say try to center it as much as you can. That would be ideal if you can get it on the center so it's weighted better. And now, at this point, for example, the tripod is off. So, of course, and the notches here on the back align perfectly. Don't worry about the phone hanging like this. This gimbal will bring it up to the point that we need it to be. Just hold the power button. When it does that tiny noise, boom. Now it is turned on and it's facing you. Let me just unlock it real quick. Okay, let's open the Bluetooth first. Let's turn it on. Let me open the app. And in your case, it will ask to connect. When you click here, you'll have to enable GPS just to find devices near you. That's one of the things that you have to do. I'm going to turn my location on. just so it finds this device here. Now hit add device, and it should find it by itself. We're just gonna click and connect, confirm here by just hitting this OK, and boom, we are connected with a gimbal. And now we can just press this here to record. And here are the mode selections that are in the app. This one is follow me. Second one is soccer, basketball, football or American football, hockey, tennis, and handball. Sometimes handball could include volleyball, so that is up to you. You can kind of make it adapt to the sport you are trying to play or record or track. Because yes, this is an AI tracker, like having your second cameraman with you. Before we do any of that, for example, let's hit this one here, and we're gonna click recording later. But for now, I just want to show you a little bit around here because that's where the good stuff happens. Now, as you see, it is on portrait mode. To turn it into landscape, very easy. The power button, just click it once. Look. Boom. Goes in portrait mode by itself without anyone's help. And here then you have other modes. With the mode here, you can go to click it. It goes to HF. If you click it again, it goes to a different mode, of course. And you can just go to first person view, focus, and all that good stuff that modes have to offer here. And for example, let's say you're recording something, and as you see, the whole thing is turned around, and you want to bring it exactly where it was on default position. The mode button, just click it twice. Look at that. Boom. Just like that, it came back to its original position. Now, besides that, of course, you have the manual joystick here that you can tilt the camera up, tilt the camera down, turn it sideways in both sides. Look at that. Perfect. And besides that, in here inside the app itself, and here you can flip the camera towards the other way, of course, and here you can turn it on to stream live. If you have the RTSP to stream live with a code and all that, for example, YouTube or Facebook, whatever you have live. Here you can hide all the icons of the whole screen. Click it again, bring all the icons in. You can mute it right here so it doesn't record audio. Click it again to unmute it. You have the battery indicator level right there. You have the resolution right here that you can change. As you see from this, you can go 720p or 1080p, and you change the resolution, the zoom in and zoom out. Here you can sign in and have all your data, because they provide, yes, some free cloud storage. You don't need any subscription at all. That is actually great. And here was where you turn back to home. But let me show you something else. Let me go back to the recording. Yes, start recording. Now we are gonna turn this around really quick. So now you're seeing the whole thingy here. The trigger. This is the coolest part about this gimbal, in my opinion. If I click it, boom, it will start recording right away. And if I click it again, look at that. It will stop recording. How cool is that? Just with a trigger right here. And there's, of course, many more functions here that you can go through. But really quick, let me pair the remote controller that comes with it. So yeah, so here's the remote. Hold the power button and it turns on like this. So what we're gonna have to do now, add remote, and it should appear right there. Boom, it's connected because I already had it paired from before. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the recording page and all that good stuff and start recording. And here on the remote, you have a lot of functions. So the first, of course, that's the power. This is, if you click, recording started. Click it again, recording stopped. But because we are on camera mode, as you see right there, if we switch the mode to picture mode right there, look, boom, took a picture. So you don't need to touch it at all. Take as many pictures as you wish. Now click the mode again. You go to the gimbal mode. On gimbal mode now, you use the 4-axis buttons. Look at that. So I can flip it around. I can turn it in all sides that I want. Look at that. Boom. How cool is that? And this is not just for sports. I understand this is geared a lot towards sports, but just imagine the possibilities with this one now for streaming, for even as a media content creator. to film yourself and to film. There is a lot of possibilities that can be with this device, and I am completely serious about it. And in the modes again, and the last function we have right here, that there. The last one, you have to be recording, of course. Let's say we are recording and you see something that you need to kind of mark. Let's say there was a penalty, there was a, I don't know, foul, there's a hand touch, whatever. Click this right away. As you see, it marks it now on the video, and you'll see later, for example, if you want in post-production, you see where you did that marking. And let's say you're recording something else. Boom, 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 boom. Here, click it again, boom. That's how quick the marking works. Absolutely beautiful. And now, well, let's put this on the, not really back seat, but just on the back there, and show you something else really beautiful. This is the XbotGO T1 tripod. It is really a remarkable quality tripod. Look at that. There's a really nice bag, by the way. XbotGO T1. That's the bag for the tripod alone. And in here is our tripod. Whoa, this thing is really cool. And yes, it's a regular tripod. Let's say, for example, you want to open it just this much, right? Well, that's not enough, but you extend it. This is all metal, by the way, the top. And yes, this is a 1/4 inch regular screw that goes in the threads on the bottom of the gimbal. Well, let's say you want to extend it. That is very easy. You see here, there's a sign here actually marked like a lock. Boom. Right there. Just open it, unlock it, and look at that. And this is a clicking noise. This is a lot. Actually, the camera is not even catching the entire thing here. And to collapse it, you don't need to put your fingers on every click here. Just unlock it here and push. Just push in. Boom. To the end. Lock it back on, and you are good to go. And the feet are rubber. They're full rubberized, so they're not going to slip anytime soon. And to install the gimbal on it, that's as easy as it was to open this up. Just take the gimbal, take this part here, the small piece, just like this. Boom. Put this on the side and install this tripod. And you can extend it quite a few feet high. So to be exact, it goes up to 45.2 inches. In height. That is a lot. And that in collapsed mode, like it is right now, it gets down to only 11.6 inches. That is amazing. And of course, besides that, you can use it for other cameras as well. This is not only for the XbotGO, but this is how this tripod actually looks like. And of course, we'll see it outside. So here's that tripod that I told you. Look at that thing. It's actually really good. Look how tiny the size was. Look how huge it got now. And that's perfect to mount this gimbal on it. Make sure the gimbal, as you see here, is right on the middle of the field, so it can catch both sides. And just turn it on and click it once to turn it sideways, and just go play some ball like I did here. And just raise your hand and it will start recording once it sees your hand. This is actually really cool. And no, I'm not a pro soccer player or even a good player to begin with. I'm just testing if this thing follows me, and yes, indeed it did. Look at that. On the big screen, I intentionally put for your pleasure so you can see it actually turning around without anybody touching it the entire time. Just so you know, there's nothing hidden here. There's no magic. It's only the gimbal following me and zooming on me. The tiny screen you see on the left corner, that is the video as recorded by the gimbal or by the app on the gimbal right now. And I'm just recording it from a regular Pixel 7a. Not a fancy phone or anything big. And look at that. It followed me everywhere. Anywhere I went. And yeah, unfortunately, as I said earlier, there is in this area no games for the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, something like that. So there's no way for me to wait that long to make a video. And I did not want to go record the kids play. That's just unethical, and I'm not gonna do that. So I'd rather record myself, because you get the point that this thing actually works as intended. and it does a really good job. Keep one thing in mind, even if you see probably minor, small details that you wish were improved, this is based on a software, so you know that happens, that they can issue an update and fix everything. And yes, there are updates that will be issued soon or whenever they're needed, but as for now, it's actually working really good. And yes, I intentionally blurred my face. It's just one of those rules that I made for myself, because the focus of all my videos should be what I'm talking about on the video and not me. So just I hope you enjoyed this video, and really quick, we're gonna go into the app video editing. Yes, without actually leaving your phone, you can edit the videos right away, and we'll get into that right now. And when you're inside the app, to edit is very easy. Let's say you have one of these clips right here, but let's add here editing task. Click it, and we want to grab this one here. Hit next, and as you see, I'm just scanning through. But for example, I want to just play it first and see where that goes. And I'm going to stop it right here. I'm going to hit next, so I know it's this video. But now I want to trim it. So for example, I want to trim it from before 1 second, probably just a few seconds. This is just quick cut, I would say. It has been saved to your local files. You can hit share. Okay, and when you sign in, of course, you'll have options to share it on your social media. Or if you go back, you click all right here. For example, you hit manage right here and select this video. Then hit download right here on the bottom, and it will download it to wherever your media files are. Photos, DCIM for Android, and you'll find it there. And if you want to plug your phone to a computer, plug it and you can grab the video clip to your computer. That is actually very beautiful. And yes, you have cloud storage here. If you sign in, you don't need to pay a trial or anything. They actually offer some cloud storage for free by themselves. And that is absolutely beautiful. And besides that, there's just all between you and how you want to use it. A huge thank you goes to XbotGO for sending all this stuff over. I absolutely appreciate it. And no, none of the views and the opinions and footage and all this stuff that you see here was actually directed or scripted or cited by XbotGO. This is all mine, and what you see here is what XbotGO is going to see for themselves at the same time that you see it.